Hey guys, what's up? It's KOKOStern with Why You Should, and today's subject is how to be a power user on your computer. I'm a programmer. I've studied programming and editing and writing and stuff like that, and I use the computer quite a lot. And so I know all the shortcuts, and I'm pretty much a power user on my computer. What a power user means is pretty much to use the keyboard instead of the mouse in almost any action that you take. It sounds uncomfortable and weird, but once you know what you're doing, it is so much faster and it makes your experience on the computer so much smoother and cooler. And that's why today I'm going to try and teach you the basics of the basics, one of the really, really simple things that I do and I use all the freaking time. You're not going to turn from a normal user to a power user immediately, but it's going to help you if you take these actions and you actually use this. It's going to be the best thing ever that happened to you on the computer. Best thing ever, guaranteed. And so I've set up a small work area here on my desktop. I'm using Windows 7, so obviously if you're using Windows 8 or Windows XP, it's a little different, but it's nothing that a little search online wouldn't help you accomplish. It's pretty much the same process. You just have to find things, the areas that we'll reach in a second. If you're on a Mac or on Linux, good luck, pretty much. So yeah, I'm on Windows 7, and what we're going to be using is the run command. Now, I just pressed the Win key. Again, this is Windows, the Win key and R. So that's two key presses, and it brings up this run command. Now, this run command, whatever you write here, it'll search in a very specific set of folders, and if it finds it, it'll run it. I'll give you the basic example that works right now in your computer. It's Notepad. If I write Notepad and I press Enter, I'm gonna get Notepad. Okay, an entitled one, I can write whatever I want and save it, and it works. So if you need Notepad in a hurry, that's one way of doing it. What we want to do is take control of this and put our own folder. Guess what the folder is going to be called? Shortcuts. So let's get started. The first thing that we need is to go to my computer. This is my computer. We're going to press Properties and going to get this giant thing that tells us all kinds of things about a computer. Advanced System Settings. And then I'm going to close this one and bringing the system properties that we got. Again, Properties on my computer, and then Advanced System Settings. And in these system settings, I'm already on the Advanced tab. You need to go to the Advanced tab and Environmental Variables. Now, environmental variables, there's all kinds of variables that are environmental. Well, I'm informative today. And what we're going to need to go to is path. It's in system variables. There's user variables for KOKOStern, that's me, and there's system variables. We're going to go to path, and you can double click it or press edit, whatever the hell you want. And then we're going to go on this variable value, which is very long, but it's really hard to see. So I'm going to just press wherever I want here, and then on my keyboard press end. And end, the end key, it is next to delete and home, and it'll send us to the end here. And what you can see is that I've already placed this, the path for this folder right here in the path variable. So what I'm going to do is delete this and show you how I do it. So this is what you're going to get, pretty much. There's obviously going to be a lot of files there, of folders there that you've never seen or dealt with, and it doesn't really matter. I'm going to press space once, I'm going to press semicolon, and what I need next, another space, and what I need now is to put the path. So I'm going to go to my folder, and this is on my desktop, but you can put a folder wherever the hell you want to. Right-click it, go to Properties, and then I'm going to see the location. The location is C, Users, KOKOStern, Desktop, and the name is Shortcut, right? So I did copy paste. I pressed Control C and Control V. You can right click and do copy paste if you want to. And at the end here, remember this is just the path to where the shortcuts folder is. So I have to write another slash and then shortcuts. And then I'm pretty much done. I'm going to press OK, I'm going to press OK, I'm going to press OK. And now I'm going to open shortcuts. I'm going to put it right here. And whatever I put in this folder that is currently empty, if I use the run command, it'll run. So let's start off with the basics. New text document. Now I see that it's .txt. In case you don't, that means you don't have extensions open. So I pressed Alt in order to see. You can see that the bar is happening here, but you can't see what's here because it's on the left. I'm pressing Tools and then Folder Options, Okay, folder options on Windows Explorer, view, and here you have this one, hide extensions for for known file types. And I have this ticked off so I can see the extensions. So this is it's probably ticked on in for most people. You tick it off, apply, OK, and now we have new text document. I want this to open up, let's say, Google to start off. So I'm going to name it whatever the hell I want. Let's just name it Google. And I'm going to delete txt and call it bat. And that is the extension we're going to use. It's a batch file that is a scripting language. You don't need to know too much. It's a scripting language. You put basic commands and they work. So I'm going to press enter. It's going to ask me, are you sure you want to change it? It might become unusable or whatever. I'm going to say yes because I know what I'm doing. And now it is google.bat. And that's it. Let's press it. Nothing happens. Okay? It's not a valid application. Whatever. And the reason it's not a valid application is when I press edit, it'll open up in Notepad. There's nothing here. So let's write something. What I'm going to be using is start. Start something up. And I'm going to do www.google.com. Control save, or you can just press save. It saves it. I'm going to close it. And now when I double click it, bam. Google, Firefox. Firefox is my default browser, and your default browser will open when you use start. So that's Google. Now let's see if it works on the run command. I obviously don't want to navigate to this folder every time. I want to just use it through the run command. Google, enter, works. So that's the basics of the basics. Now with batch, using batch scripting language, you could do a ton of things, but I'm not asking you to do a ton of things. And you probably only want the basics of the basics, which is just opening up things. I personally have just shortcuts that open up the things that I need to do for the day, or all my mails. I actually have running 4 email accounts right now, so it opens up all of them. Or maybe if I want to run all the things that I check daily, such as Facebook and Twitter and Reddit, and all those things, I just have them. So let's take an example. I just write start. I'm going to do Gosu Gamers because I like Dota, and I'm going to do join Dota 2 because I want to be equal to everybody, even though I work for Gosu Gamers. So I'm going to do control save, and then I'm going to not press this. It's still called Google. I can call it whatever. I can call this do, or I don't know, day, or daily. Okay, you can call this whatever the hell you want. I'm just going to call it day for now. Win key R, I'm going to bring in the R command so you can see that. I'm going to write day. And actually day is a bad one because I already used it in my actual. So I'm going to call it day with 4 A's, which is a little bit better. And 1212 Y. Enter. And what's going to happen is all 3 of those are going to open in different windows. Okay, in different windows. You can't see it right now because it's the bottom, but it's 3 windows. There's Gosu Gamers, Join Dota, and Google. If I want them to open in the same tab, so I'll just have, you know, all kinds in the same window with a lot of tabs, I have to have Firefox running already. So I just open up Firefox, whatever you do, you just open it up, and then, yay, hooray, Firefox is up to date, and only then I'm going to write the day, and then it'll open up in different tabs. For me at the top, that I'm just using the different tabs to switch between them. And that's pretty much it. You can do whatever the hell you want. I have one for my daily usage. I have one for all my mails, and you can have for different things, like if you like Dota, so open up all the Dota sites. If you like StarCraft 2, open up all the StarCraft 2 sites, and it just works. Now, in addition to this, I'm going to drag a game, a shortcut from my games folder that's on the other monitor. I'm just going to do, you know, control copy and control V to paste it, Dota. And now I'm going to call it Dota. Just because I want, you know, I'm going to call it dot because I want to. And this is a shortcut that I know works because it's the shortcut that I use to open up Dota. And now Win key R, run, and if I'm going to write dot, and remember, it doesn't matter, I have also 2 other ones that are Dota 2 and Dota and Dota 2. If I write dot, it'll open up Dota. And any other program that you want, if you use Notepad, or there's MS Paint also works, another useful one. MS Paint automatically opens up Paint. Anything that you put there will work. And that's what? 2 key presses to put up run command, and then 2 more key presses to find whatever you want. And the thing is that my actual shortcuts folder is huge because I have so many things there and I don't use all of them. But if I want to open up something specific, I just put up two dots, the shortcuts, what it makes sense. Gosu Gamers is GG. If I write GG, it'll open up Gosu Gamers, and it makes sense in my head. I think about what I want to open up, and the shortcut just matches it because that's the way I set them up. And you can do anything you want with this, and it's so comfortable. And if you use this instead of using the mouse, it'll just make your computer experience so much better. So that's again, there's a crap load of stuff that I can teach you about Power User, and there's so many shortcuts that you can just look up yourself. But this is one of the basic things that's so easy to set up and so useful, and I use it every day to open up. I don't even press like Firefox or something like that to open up stuff. I just immediately do this. Oh, and one last thing that I just remembered. Start will open up your default browser for me. It's Firefox. If you want to open Chrome, just write Chrome. Just write start Chrome. And I'm pretty sure it works for the opposite way. If Chrome is your is your default browser, if you write Firefox, it should open Firefox, if I'm not wrong. And that's it. I'm not going to save it, whatever. And that's it for today. That's why you should definitely be a power user as much as you can. It'll make your experience so much better. I mean, it's a small learning curve, and then it's just like streamlined from there, and it's really great. And that's it. That's it for why you should today. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope this has been enjoyable, and I'll see you guys next time.